Hello lovelies. So I thought I'd do a message from the Ravens. I've got a new, sat for hours last night playing with profile pictures of because it's not I'm not going to get a picture of a raven on my shoulder. So I had to go with one of them AI apps and I absolutely love it. So I thought I'd use it as my logo. I'm going to move that. I hope the lighting's okay. A bit swollen today, but it is what it is. You shall ask for a message from the Ravens from the highest level. Opportunities on the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the connection. We've got Mercury in retrograde. Sometimes brings back people from our past. So we've got the Hierophant at the bottom, which is normally a spiritual, either a spiritual connection, twin flame, past life, soulmate lesson going on. So it could be something that's being cleared out or needs to be learnt, is my feeling with that. And we've got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is clarity and truth around a situation. So the Ace always represents either a new truth coming to light, or it's a new idea, a new way of thinking about things. But it's definitely an ace is the beginning of, and the sword being something in the mind space. So we'll get a bit more on that, but there's definitely some truth that's come to light around something. And then with the Hierophant at the bottom, it's some kind of lesson. So either somebody's going through some kind of lesson, or some truth has come to light and it's closing out possibly a lesson, or it's asking us to be more truthful when we pick up the sword. You know, it's the same sword that's in the Justice card. It's that clarity, cutting of ties. Let's find out whereabouts in this connection this is. And like I've always said to you before, with these romance, this is energetic. It's based on circumstances, you know, the planets, the energies at the moment for the collective. If you stumble across it, it's for you. Take what resonates, and we'll have an ask on what kind of clarity has come about. But it's normally something, it's in the mind space, and it's something that has enabled you to grow. So whenever I see the butterfly, it's this transformation from caterpillar, catalyst, into butterfly. So whatever this truth or this clarity that's come about, it's almost set you free. I just see the butterfly as a symbol of freedom, of growing your own wings. And again, you've got these roses, so there's definitely spiritual enlightenment around this truth that has come to light. And we've got those candles again at the bottom, so I don't know whether these are old flames. There could be a closing out, an ending of news. This is normally the Ace of Swords, is someone coming in with some news, like that you weren't aware of. and it's given this freedom, this I can grow my own wings now. I have my own wings feeling about it. But these 5 flames have come out quite a few times. This could have something to do with this being in retrograde, but it also could be, like I said, past flames. I'll see if anything else comes out, but it could be that we're closing out, you know, past connections, past lovers, and like I say, it's only because Mercury in retrograde tends to bring these people back round. You know, I've had news of my ex-husband. I've had news about ex-partners of mine. Do you know what I mean? Like and so it feels like those flames are old flames. Clarity's come about to cut the ties of the connections of these old flames, so that you can fly higher, so that you can you know, spread your butterfly wings. And then so we've got the Swan, which is happily being single, looking at one's own reflection. It does feel like the soulmate, on the soulmate journey, but happy doing the mirror work, looking at one's reflection, but nobody's, you know, doing it gracefully is my point. It's seeing the reflection of yourself, knowing how beautiful you are, but no one actually seeing all the hard work and the legs, you know, going like the wind underneath the water, which is obviously the emotion. So it's happily being single, and then we've got the begins with P. Someone remind me. This is news coming in fast, because we have the horse in here with all his jewels on and everything, but this is almost flying in. This is things moving forward rapidly. I'm going to look more into the actual symbolism of the I've forgotten the name of the word. You know what I mean. But anyway, that's the bottom of the deck. So this is the lesson. This is the clarity is coming in. And you know, people say, oh, Mercury in retrograde, everything's going to start, communication, this, that and the other. This is clear communication. This is clear knowledge that's coming through in order so we can spread our wings and move forward, you know, looking at our own reflection and admiring it, and doing the work. Anything else on the clarity? What's behind the clarity? What's the clarity about? So we've got the Ace of Cups on top of the Swan. So again, this is, you know, when we're talking about soulmates or anything, we still have to understand that it's an inner work. So the Swan on the water and the Ace of Cups is filling one's own cup. It's strange that one's black and one's white. So again, this is like integrating the dark with the light, doing the shadow work, doing the reflected. You might have stuff. The clarity might be that things in the collective or what's been put in front of you is actually showing you a reflection of yourself. And the Ace of Cups is, you might not only be the one that's seeing you like this. The Ace of Cups is falling in love. It's that all, you know, my cup is full. and there could be news coming in around possibly somebody seeing you for who you are, this beautiful swan. But it's also because you see yourself like this, so you fill your own cup. And when we fill our own cup, then we obviously attract somebody who also fills their own cup. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, she is very intuitive. It's my cup first. She listens to her dreams. She doesn't do anything. I mean, this is like either in the divine masculine or feminine, because we have it in both. But this is all very heart-centered. You know, she doesn't do anything unless it fills her cup. And she's mastered all the cups. So you know, when you become queen, you get crowned. It's like the opening of the crown chakra. I've mastered all the cups. I am intuitive. I can manifest from my heart space because my cup is full. She doesn't chase. She creates. But she manifests it in. She doesn't, you know, she's like, I'm here, I'm happy, I've got my dreams, I know my own feelings. And she does it from like her divine feminine and her intuitive heart space, which makes her the Queen of Cups. Very romantic, very poetic, you know, all of the stuff that Neptune, the planet of Neptune. So this fell out on the Ace of Cups as well, which is the Five of Swords. Now the Five of Swords can represent fuckery. I always call it that. So there could have been some mind games going on. There could have been some... it doesn't necessarily mean that it's from outside. So we could play mind games with ourselves, if you understand what that means. Like we could sort of talk our way out of stuff, you know, have a negative mindset. But it's normally Five of Swords is normally I'm going to win at any cost. So there could have been some of that going on, but it fell out on the Ace of Cups. So it's definitely around love. Five of Swords. And then the Five of Wands underneath. So that's the ego. They're battling there. So it's like competition. So I would suggest that the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands was an energy of competition, wanting to be right, wanting to be the best, going about things in a manipulative way to win. And that can also represent slander as well. So there could have been a lot of this Five of Wands kind of battle, competition energy and Five of Swords. But when you put them together, it makes a 10. So that feels like it's closed out. It's almost like that's the truth of it. The truth of it is that there is too much Five of Swords and too much Five of Wands going around for the Ace of Cups to be full, really, or needed taking up that sword to get rid of Five of Wands, Five of Swords energy in order to fill one's own cup and then sit in this Queen of Cups energy. I'm the master of, you know, what I let in my heart space. And then the bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Swords. It says there's a full moon in there, but the Six of Swords is moving on to calmer waters. So that's this. This is, I'm moving away from, I'm moving on to calmer waters, and I'm going to do it, you know, on my own. I'm going to fall in love with myself first before I'm going to fill my own cup, before I've got anything to fill anybody else's. So 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands, moving on to calmer waters. The clarity, that could have been the clarity. There's too much 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands going on around me. I need to cut ties. You know, news coming to light often brings around closures that we need to clear out in order to be able to sit in that Queen of Cups energy. But this isn't just for the divine feminines, because the divine masculine has the Queen of Cups in them as well, which is asking them to tune more into their feminine intuitive side. And then we have Justice. I think it's Justice. It's not the Hierophant. So we have Justice. Is it Justice? He's got a staff in one hand and a ball in the other and 2 ravens on his shoulder. I'm going to go back to that. I'm pretty sure it's Justice. 5, 6. Let me go back to that. And then we've got, who's this? This is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is, I've mastered my shadow work. I'm a businessman. I'm a fiery man. He's very sexual. He's very passionate. He's a doer. So let me just check on that. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if they're down here, actually. No, that's not them. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's Justice. Balancing the scales. It's definitely not the Hierophant, which excuse me, which I said before. So it's almost like this, like I said, the sword had to come in, cut the ties, and that obviously every new moon, full moon we have, this sometimes comes to light, new beginnings. New ways of thinking, if it's a sword. But the King of Wands is a doer. He's practical. He's the businessman. He gets things done. It could be saying, right, now's the time to, 6 of Swords, move forward. Put all the 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands behind you. You know the truth of the situation now. Whether that be an outside thing or an inwardly thing. This fell out on the 6 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. It says retreat. So it's time to disconnect from the world. And I guess the 6 of Swords is moving away from. So it's time to take a step back, to retreat, to possibly be able to see things from a different angle. And it also, bottom of the deck there, we have release your ex. So this is about, it's time to clear out your energy. So this sword is suggesting, like, if there's anything, if you've got any feelings, you know, for any exes, there's going to be clarity around, you know, where they, especially with Mercury in retrograde, clarity around where they are, what they're doing, who they're with, so that you can take up that sword, cut the ties, do the work, and then retreat, move forward, move away from, you know, 5 of Swords is fuckery, 5 of Swords is mind games. There could have been a lot of that going on. And, you know, we are in competition with no one. Don't ever, you know, question that. The Queen of Cups does not chase. she creates. She's not, there is no competition with the Queen of Cups. You know, you either, she gets chosen. There's no, you know, fucking around, playing mind games or being in competition. She's no need for that, because she is the Queen of Cups. She would instinctively know if that was going on, and if the Ace of Swords has come out with that, then that is what that's what's happened. And Six of Swords and retreat. It's time to step back, take a break. Heart-to-heart conversations. So this says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. But this could be heart-to-heart. You know, when we think about, when we can look at this romantically, and yes, they have heart-to-heart conversations with whoever it is that you need to have a conversation with. Or you have a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. And you openly and honestly, you know, look in your heart space and see what it is that you want. And we've got codependency at the bottom. So there could have been this Five of Wands, Five of Swords energy, some codependency going on, which is codependency can show up in different forms. Codependency can be wanting or needing some form of recognition, which is obviously Five of Wands, competition, recognition. I need a response, codependency. Or it's actually being codependent on somebody else, financially, emotionally, or it's being codependent on something outside of ourselves, like drugs. So it's addictions are affecting your romantic life. So this is something that could have come to light of late. The clarity has come. This is a spiritual lesson in, I fill my own cup. I'm not codependent on anybody else to for me to be happy. And the heart-to-heart conversations that might need to be said, you know, if somebody is relying on you too much, or you're becoming too reliant on somebody, it's a codependency issue. And, you know, in order to have a divine, I call it divine, but an equal, you know, spiritual, balanced kind of relationship, you both need to be dependent on your own, and then dependent together, not codependency. That fell out on codependency. So express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So that's about being honest about that. It's about saying it's okay to express that, oh, I do possibly feel codependent, or I do feel like you're being codependent on me. Go ahead and make the romance. It's about expressing it. You know, this is how I feel. Again, this Ace of Swords is expression. It's associated with the throat chakra. It's like, I'm going to say how I feel, regardless of outcome, because somebody who is codependent won't want to know the outcome of something, is possibly not going to be able to have heart-to-heart conversations due to their codependent issue, codependency, because of not being, you know, Queen of Cups, and this woman is in control of her emotions. If you've got any codependency going on, you know, people become, that's when you have throat chakra problems. People, the communication gets stuck if there's codependency, because they're afraid of what the other person might say or think or do. So that needs to be expressed. Express your love, but also, because it landed out on codependency, it might be a calling to express the fact that you know, there's a feeling that you know, there's too much dependency on something or something outside of ourselves. So we're going to ask the angels what's going on here. What's going on here? So like I say, with these romantic cards, sometimes they actually show the connection. Sometimes it's inner work that needs doing. It's not always, you know, we have to do the inner work in order to have relationships that are founded, that aren't codependent, that are actually stable. But this does feel like a lesson. Like I said, with Mercury retrograde coming back, it does tend to bring, and plus it coming up to Christmas as well. I mean, obviously people are out and about, and I always find, you know, that your exes kind of end up resurfacing, possibly around this time. I can't see. I was doing fine until I needed to read something. Here we go. So the Two of Action, trust your own ability to make excellent choices. There's opportunities all around if you just continue to move forward. Six of Swords. It may be time to take on a new partner who can help you be success in your career or creative endeavours. Keep your eyes on the big picture rather than the details of the moment. So that's really about sort of, you know, zooming out, seeing the you know, seeing it from a distance. But the Two of Action again is it's considering. Queen of Cups is definitely in a position to think about having a new romantic partner, and she's filled her own cup. She's actually, or he is actually in love, you know, content on his own, in love with himself, has this swan-like feeling, got rid of the Five of Swords. So trust your ability to make excellent choices, because you've done the work on the inside to know what's right, to be able to feel out any Five of Wands, Five of Swords, any unrequited love, any codependency. Codependency often comes, you know, you'll get red flags with codependency. Sometimes we see them, and sometimes we pretend that we don't see them. Often maybe our friends see them before we do. Anything else on this clarity? Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups. But this is definitely showing work that's been done on oneself. I'm not getting anything collectively for union or past life twin flame. This is definitely work. on expression, I would say, on knowing, you know, what to say, how to say it. From a heart space. Queen of Cups is definitely from the heart space. Everything she says, and if she doesn't want to do it, she won't do it. If it's not filling her cup, she won't do it. She won't go to a job that doesn't make her happy. She won't be in a situation that doesn't make her happy. And even if she did, you know, her dreams would certainly, should know through her dreams and through her subconscious that, you know, something wasn't right. Is there any more to come? I'm not getting... I say that and then to come out. So celebration, it's a wonderful time of life. Difficulties fall away. The light at the end of the tunnel is a star that you can wish upon. The timing is right to make long-term plans for a joyful future. Have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully. And it's the number 17, which obviously we're in the year of the 8. But it's like the star card. It's like wish fulfillments. Out with the old, in with the new. We've had that before. What did we get here? The healer of emotion. This is a time to follow your heart. Here she is, following her heart. And feel the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuition provoke you with incredible insights, which is what the Ace of Swords is. You or another person is kind, tender-hearted, loving, and a trustworthy friend. So there's no, you know, she instinctively knows who's for her and who's not for her. She can call them out pretty quickly. And then we had the 4 of action, which is your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. So that's that retreat. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event such as an engagement, wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. But when I see this 4 of action, I think solid foundations. I mean, yes, it could mean moving, but it's like you've done the work to create these solid foundations for yourself. And the yellow roses represent obviously the solar plexus. But that's solid foundations. And then we've got open your heart. So there's a lot of heart chakra healing going on here, and expression, the possibility of, you know, thinking about having a new relationship. It's a number 6 as well. And 6 always, I think, when I think of 6s, I think of like the balance, the give, the take, the equal exchange. But I also think of memories coming up. Allow love to glow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotionally fulfilling experience for such a long time, and now the time has come. Make your choices by listening to your heart. Again, Queen of Cups in her heart space. And then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. So they look very content there, but that's because she's done the work. She's filled her cup. She's cleared out any 5 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, out with the old, in with the new. And I'm just going to have a look at the Psychic Tarot, because these ones do actually have... I'm going to get them out of the box. These ones do actually have like chakras on them, so there could be that kind of work there. Yeah, let's have a little shuffle. That was quick. So 3rd eye chakra, Number 6 again, so that's 2 6s, which again is like equal balance. It's that justice of weighing up the scales. You know, this is how open I am in giving from my heart space. Is it being filled? If it's not, then it's not equal. It's not, it's codependency. Somebody might be codependent on you having an open heart space and being giving, and not actually putting back in. But this Ace of Cups is something that opens the heart chakra. So it's a heart chakra activation. And the third eye chakra is about being able to see it, being able to see clearly, working on the third eye chakra so that we can intuitively know or see or manifest through our pineal gland what it is that we want to call in, or be able to see through people that possibly, you know, aren't. Intuition right underneath with the 2. So again, that's trusting in oneself to make the right choices, using that Queen of Hearts intuitive knowing. She knows. She can be around someone and go, right, how do I feel after that? Does my cup feel full? Does it feel empty? Has there been an equal exchange? Or, you know, have I been left feeling lack? Truth. So again, there is something coming to light. There is truth and clarity coming to light around a situation. This could be inwardly or it could be outwardly, but they both represent the truth of the situation. The truth is, and that's expression, the truth is I'm actually ready now to think about having a partner. That 5 at the bottom of the deck is the throat chakra. So this is expressing oneself. This is actually outwardly saying, do you know, I wouldn't mind going out on a date. I wouldn't mind, you know, I wouldn't mind if we spent more time communicating, or I feel like you are being a little bit too codependent on me, whatever it is. Throat chakra at the bottom of the deck. One more and then we shall close with a rose. I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm not sure how long. We had the new moon yesterday, so it's always beginnings, but I'm not sure how long Mercury's in retrograde for. We're in Sagittarius, so that winged horse, you know, it's like things move very, very quickly in Sagittarian times. Material harvest, number 9, so that's wish fulfillment. I am open, and also his crown chakra has been activated through this clarity, through this truth, but I am open to receiving the harvest of all the hard work that I've done. It's very red, so it's got a lot of root chakra here. But he's got enough water, he's got enough pennies, he's got enough fruit, he's in green and he's glowing, but he's open to receiving, or she is open to receiving. And then we've got movement, choices and decisions. So it does feel like some clarity has come to light. There are some decisions to be made, but they need to be made from the heart space, from the Queen of Cups, intuitively. You know, she couldn't be with anybody who, you know, she couldn't pretend to be with anybody that she didn't actually want to be with. Her subconscious, her heart space, everything about the Queen of Cups is heart, is from the heart, authentic. We'll close with a rose. We have the Mystic Rose. Compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. But as you can see, hand on heart, I think, is the message. Hand on heart, now I know the truth of the situation, of how I feel, or of what's come to light. I love you lots.